Good morning. Well, it's been about 7 or 8 months since we've uploaded a video, and yeah, for those of you who have stayed subscribed, thank you for sticking around. And for any of you guys who are new to the channel, kind of just going to reintroduce ourselves since it's been so long. My name is Brian. This is my wife Justine, and we are here in western North Carolina. We're on about a 10-acre homestead here, and kind of how we got here is we were California kids. We met in California. I'm from Northern California. She's from Southern California, and so we had a chance to relocate with my job to Alabama. We knew in California that the homesteading lifestyle was intriguing, and we had a decent garden in California. And when we had the opportunity to move to Alabama, we decided, you know what, let's just jump at it. It'll get us to a cheaper cost of living area where we can get some more space and try it out. So we ended up on about a 2.5 acre property, and we started dabbling in the homesteading life. We got chickens, we got some pigs, kind of inadvertently, and we liked it. A number of years, maybe, I don't know, how long was it before when you visited North Carolina?
Oh gosh, that was 2018 was when I visited North Carolina.
Yeah, so in 2018, she went on a trip to North Carolina and kind of came back saying, like, we should move there. This is a great place. And so we kind of always knew we wanted to be in North Carolina. We ended up visiting it in 2020, and then 2021, I believe we moved to Alabama, and then we were there for a year or two. How long was it?
Yeah, 2 years.
2 years.
I think almost exactly.
And then we ended up finding this place, which we actually fell in love with. And we've been homesteading here ever since. You can see most of the videos that I've posted, I think only a couple of them show the old place. We were moving kind of when I was posting some videos. And we've now been here full-time for a little over a year, right?
A year and a half?
Yeah.
It'll be 2 years in November.
Yeah. So, yeah, we kind of just wanted to update you guys on where we've been, what we've been doing, like why the lapse in videos. So once we decided to move out here to North Carolina, you know, we did probably the most unwise thing, where we both ended up quitting our 9-to-5 jobs. Mine wasn't really a true 9-to-5. I was a assistant manager at a retail grocery store, but she had a 9-to-5, and we basically both quit our jobs. I focused mainly on the farm, where she started doing freelance work in the same field that she was working in. And, you know, I started the YouTube channel just to, you know, share what we were doing with our family, since they thought we were kind of nuts moving all the way out here. And, you know, after a few months of posting videos all the time and working on all the homesteading stuff, I guess I kind of got burnt out in terms of we were starting basically 2 new businesses. You know, our farm is run as its own business. Her freelance work was run as its own business. We're both new to running our own businesses, and so it was taking a lot of energy, and we had a lot of other things going on too, which we'll get to in a minute. But we decided to really focus on the business side of things. So we got our website up. We looked into like any certifications we would need. You know, there's certain restrictions on what you can sell. So we're allowed to sell poultry from our farm directly to the end user. And pork, we have to go through a processor, so we had to locate a processor. One of them fell through, so we had to find another processor. Anyways, there's a lot of like behind the scenes stuff. But as of right now, chicken to sell. We have our pork is for sale. We actually have it in a local bakery in a town near us. And so that's all really exciting. So we're hoping to kind of grow on that. And now that most of that stuff is kind of in place, we're now wanting to focus more on the videos. I always loved making the videos. It was fun. It's kind of cool to look back and see the farm when we first started, and kind of where it's gotten to now. We're still really far from being done, so there's plenty of projects that we're going to work on.
Yeah, I think during this time, just the whole self-employment has been like quite the journey in and of itself. Like you said, building up infrastructure for 2 separate businesses. It's been a lot. And also, I would say, we've talked about this a little bit, getting used to being around each other all the time.
Yeah.
That's new.
Well, I've listened to a few podcasts, and they, from some homesteaders, and they talk about, being around your significant other a lot more. Not only are we having to be just around each other a lot more, but we have to be coworkers with each other. We're now basically in each other's lives 24 hours a day. When I had a job, I worked 10-hour days and oftentimes had an hour to 2 hour commute each way, or like an hour to work and then 2 hours back depending on traffic. So I was gone like half the day. We're happy to be making videos again. We have a lot of projects kind of stored up in this time. We didn't do too many projects, but just to kind of let you guys know what we have been doing. A couple months ago, and I never thought this would happen, my parents talked to me and they told us that they were deciding to move out here, which not in a million years that I think they would move out here, but I think they want, the money goes a lot further out here than California. So as of right now, my mom's finishing up her job in California. So she's actually, her and my sister kind of bought a house together and she's staying there. My dad's out here. He's been living in our bunkhouse for the last couple months. And he is actually closing this morning on a house out here in North Carolina. And then my mom will move out here in a little bit. And yeah, our family out here. So while my dad was driving stuff to and fro from California to here, most of his stuff is out here now. I flew back to California to help one of the drives. He rented a big, U-Haul type truck, and I was gonna help him drive back. Well, I'd say probably a week before I left, we got the news that my wife is pregnant.
In case you couldn't tell.
Yeah. Now, we're in our early 40s and this is our first kid, so that's another, curveball that life threw at us, but we are super excited. It'll be interesting to have a kid growing up on all this land. I grew up in the middle of a city, so did my wife. So yeah, there was, a couple really big kind of like moments thrown in with trying to get the business started. So it's like, okay, we got to figure out this business thing because we now have like more than just us two to support. But everything's been going well with the pregnancy, and yeah.
Excited to have the grandparents coming out here. That was planned before we do this, so that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
And now it's, I think, bonus for them.
Yeah, so yeah, grandparents won't be too far away. I think the only big project that we had while we were kind of on hiatus was we actually got a bunch of our woods cleared. And I'll probably cut in some video of that right now. We're a bit far away from it right now, but anyway, we hired a forestry mulcher. To come in and get rid of all of the like little dying trees, and it's basically gained us about a third of our property back to usable areas, and so we're planning on using that for running our pigs through. So we have some pigs in there right now. I do need to get another set of pigs in there and figure out the fencing I want to do for that. But yeah, we have about 3 more acres that we can use now, so that's exciting.
Yeah, clearing the woods was a big project. I feel like it doesn't seem like it, but yeah, increasing our usable land and the pigs, obviously, now that it's blazing hot in July, well, almost July, the pigs love that shade. So
Yeah.
it's really great.
Yeah, I don't know if you can tell right now, but it's bright and early in the morning, and it's probably like 78 degrees right now. So I think right now we've kind of learned, okay, like let's just kind of, I wouldn't say master what we're already doing, but get a bit better and get a little more streamlined. I still have to build another chicken tractor. Sadly, we did have some predator issues with our egg layers, so we have a new flock of egg layers that aren't quite laying yet, but we got to get them into a chicken coop, and then actually, you know, we need to better protect it. Where a fox was getting in, and
hawks before that even.
And hawks, and yeah, so we're gonna get that beefed up and yeah, kind of keep going. So just want to say that we're back, and for those of you who are new, welcome to Valkyrie Homestead, and well, thank you guys for watching this video. There'll be another one out in a week. Have a good night.
Thank you.